It's at the edge that devices, people, technology, and infrastructure emerge, where you stretch the limits of your imagination, and technology can deliver on its promise. Define your edge. Aruba.
iTac helps companies by providing the best people solutions available while helping people find jobs. Supporting iTac core value number 3, having a helping heart, we are proud to support TechBridge in their efforts to alleviate generational poverty.
The world's largest organizations trust NetScout to monitor their digital transformation. We're number 1 in all our markets, but don't take our word for it. Find out why we are the guardians of the connected world.
Good evening. 3CI is so proud to be a longtime sponsor for Alabama TechBridge. Our mission has never been more critical to support those in need during these trying times. I hope you all have a great evening at our first truly digital dinner.
Hi, it's Brandon Cahill with Equinix in Birmingham. Equinix is now a gold sponsor with TechBridge, and we are so happy to be a part of the TechBridge Alabama family. If your enterprise needs reliable connectivity to AWS, Azure, Google, or hundreds of other clouds, please think of Equinix. Even if you already have an existing data center in place, Equinix can help you connect to the cloud of your choice, physically or virtually, and save you money. Call me anytime.
Whether you're a business, nation, or an entire planet that wants to connect and communicate, at Converge One, we say, now you can.
Hi, I'm Peter Zanetti, Area Manager with Veristor Systems. We are a proud supporter of TechBridge, and we wish we could all be together at this virtual digital dinner. But until then, support your teams, stay safe, and ask how we can help.
Decades ago, I was one of the world's most famous con men. What I did in my youth is far easier for today's cyber criminals. The most important thing you can do is to protect your business by training your employees to stay cyber safe. And threat advice is the best solution, period.
Protective is a company that provides life insurance, retirement, and asset protection products. What we try and do is provide safety and protection for all of our customers.
Hello, my name is Anthony Williams, CIO for Surgical Care Affiliates in Birmingham, Alabama. And on behalf of all my colleagues at SCA, we're proud to support TechBridge Alabama and its mission of breaking the cycle of generational poverty through the use of innovative technology.
Technology is on the move, with applications of big data, cloud, and AI paving an on-ramp to the unrelenting pace of digital transformation. You need to fuel a data-driven culture to generate real business value in this digital era. You need to accelerate analytics, and we can help.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama's mission remains to provide employers, families, and individuals access to quality, affordable health care. Blue Cross is proud that recent reports show Alabama having the lowest family premiums among employers in the nation. Blue Cross was also recognized by J.D. Power for ranking highest in member satisfaction among commercial health plans in the East South Central region. Doing the right things for the right reasons. The more than 2.9 million members who put their trust in Blue Cross every day.
It's a great time to be in the data center business. It's a great time to be doing this across underserved markets. We can become a real strong partner for the community, both in our ability to serve locally and connect globally as DC Blocks continues to expand across the Southeast United States. It's a great time, and we're very fortunate for having good partners and good cities for which we work together to change the landscape of the technology scene. So thank you very much.
Good evening. On behalf of Google Cloud, we are proud to support TechBridge in their mission to break the cycle of generational poverty by bridging the gap between technology and community impact. As we continue to increase our hyperlocal focus in Alabama, Google Cloud strives to help create a technology ecosystem that provides opportunities for everyone. We are best as a company when we help people think 10x big and then innovate to see those huge ideas become a reality. Thank you for attending and for your support of this wonderful organization. Have a great evening.
The Large Enterprise Orbi includes organizations over $500 million annual revenue. The Large Enterprise Orbi is presented by Layer 3 Communications. With offices in Riverchase, Layer 3 Communications is an engineering-led IT firm providing people, processes, and technologies. Our Layer 3 branded and vendor partner solutions are the gold standard for cybersecurity, complex networking, managed and cloud solutions. Bring us your hardest problems. Anyone can do easy.
ServiceNow, the smarter way to workflow.
Discovery doesn't tell you to wait your turn. It happens here and now. Discovery is for the pioneers and the persistent, those who are driven to find out what's next and why not now. Discovery takes the courage to take us forward and believes the answers belong to us all. So discover a new way. Discover the cure. Discover your voice. Discover what's next.
This is a file. Maybe it's a customer contract, a budget spreadsheet, or a video that tells your story. This file is so much more than meets the eye. In fact, this single piece of content, a container for your most important data, holds the key to your success. This content can either help you solve your customers' problems, or if you ignore it, hold you back. We're here to help. Box. Simplify how you work.
It is the comfort level you get with C Spire in doing business, that you're going to get reliable service at a good price, and you're going to be taken care of.
If you're going to be the best in what you do, why not use the best to help you become even better?
Hey TechBridge Alabama, I'm so happy to be with you here tonight. Thank you for the work you're doing. If you don't know, my name is Alex Guthrie and I'm about to play you some of my original music. This first one is like the most perfect song that I've ever written for the times we're in. Every day it's more relevant than the last. It's called Love Is, and it's about forgetting, or at least setting aside your differences with some people that you might be dwelling on and focusing on the things that matter, like loving one another. Cheesy, I know, but super, super important. So here it is. This is Love Is. On the surface, the issue is black and white. They're wrong and you're right. Scratch the surface, no one deserves this. We are of the same damn kind. It ain't that easy, but it ain't that complicated, baby. Love is our home. Arms out, and I hold you as if you were one of my own. Come in and show me your heart, and I'll love you. What's the purpose of pushing me to pick a side? The gap between is growing wide. I can't change who I am. I can change where I stand. We all fight the same damn fight. It ain't that easy, so don't make it complicated, baby. Love is our home. Arms out, and I'll hold you as if you were one of my own. Come in and show me your heart, and I love you as if you were one of my own. Said I will love you. Politics and religion, commandeer for division. We can learn to listen. We come too far not to keep the peace. Yeah.
you were my own. Come in and show me your heart, and I'll love you as if you were my own.
Wow. Wasn't Alex Guthrie fantastic? Good evening, TechBridge Alabama, and welcome to the 2020 Digital Dinner. My name is Nicole Armstrong, and I am the CEO of TechBridge. I'd like to start off by acknowledging Scott McGlawn, our board chair, and Rusty Yeager, our vice chair. Thank you so much for your phenomenal leadership. To our digital dinner presenting sponsors, C-Spire, Cisco Systems, and to our DES event hosts, Fortinet, ProSys Information Systems, and Nutanix, thank you. We so appreciate you. And then finally, to our esteemed sponsors, our Alabama board, our executive ambassadors, the technology community, and our phenomenal nonprofits, we could not do this work without you. So I was thinking about the fact that today marks 7 months with TechBridge. And I can honestly say that most days I wake up full of energy and vigor, ready to face the task of leading this company. And then there are a few days that I wake up and honestly, my heart is heavy. I am keenly aware that we are in the midst of a nation that is suffering, that a pandemic has left 54 million families, of which 18 million children are included in that, trying to figure out where they're going to get their next meal from. There are students that are being left behind, their learning gap widening because their essential worker parents have to go out and make ends meet, leaving them home to fend for themselves, learning digitally. There are millions of families wondering what they're going to do because they just got evicted. And then there are hundreds and thousands of workers that are unemployed, that got caught off by this thing called digital skills. And they're finally trying to figure out how they reemerge into a workforce, only left to see that they can just about make living wage. And so I realized that a single individual, a company, and even a nonprofit can't solve this on their own. And on the days that are harder than others, I take a deep breath, I exhale, and I remind myself that while no one person can make things better, each of us can just do a little bit. And that then reinsurges my excitement about TechBridge. TechBridge is the wind beneath nonprofits from a technology standpoint, and particularly those nonprofits that are helping feed the hungry, that are helping to figure out homelessness issues, that are helping to solve social justice issues, and that are focused on workforce development. In the last 12 months, TechBridge helped 20 of those nonprofits to make sure that those vulnerable families get the right services that they need at the right time. Nonprofits are the lifeline of our communities. What we learned during this pandemic is that reaching the citizens in our community that are in need in innovative ways can really mean the difference between a nonprofit staying open or closing. So this evening, you're going to hear more about our impactful work, and you're going to have the opportunity to take part in our Alabama Dream Big Technology Grant. Please come together and donate. Look deep and know that we are doing this work for the nonprofits that need us. So thank you again for your tremendous support, and I hope you enjoy the wonderful evening that we have planned.
On behalf of the Alabama Leadership Board,
I'd like to welcome you to the 6th annual TechBridge Alabama Digital Dinner. As most of you know, this was originally scheduled for March 12th, but in the interest of the safety and health of all concerned, we decided to postpone it. But we're so grateful that we're here tonight, gathered virtually. You know, COVID-19 has impacted us all in ways that we never imagined. But in times like these, it's important that we remember the TechBridge mission and why we're here this evening. My name is Ellen Holliday, and I've been involved in TechBridge Alabama for several years now. This is one of my favorite events because we hear from our clients and how their work with TechBridge has impacted and been transformational, not just for their organizations, but most importantly, for the individuals that they serve. And tonight, we're going to hear from two of those clients, Owens House and Children's Aid Society. But first, there are a few special guests that I'd like to recognize from two nonprofits that have greatly benefited from you, our sponsors, and your generous donations through the crowdfunding event that takes place each November. First, Aspire Movement is here. Through the TechBridge 2018 crowdfunding, they were able to develop the Aspire mobile app, which is now available on the Apple and Google app stores. We also have representatives from Butterfly Bridge Children's Advocacy Center. Their performance management system was scheduled to be released last spring. Also with us tonight are representatives from the generous foundations that have provided funding for our Dream Big Alabama Technology Grant Program. They are Alabama Power, Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation, PNC Bank, Regions Bank Foundation, and the Johnson Family Foundation. I'd also like to recognize TechBridge Alabama Advisory Board members with us, and of course, members of our outreach committee who made this digital dinner possible. And we can't forget our presenting sponsors, C Spire and Cisco. Both companies have supported us over the past 4 years, and their leadership has been committed to making sure that our TechBridge mission and efforts have been successful in Alabama. And now we'll hear from C Spire.
Good evening. Welcome to this year's Alabama TechBridge Digital Dinner virtual event. My name is Scotty Orr. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Sales for C Spire Business, and we are so excited to be co-participating with Cisco as the gold sponsor for this evening's event. We sincerely appreciate each of you taking time to join us this evening for this unique program to bring smarter technology solutions to shelters, food banks, after-school programs, health services, and other nonprofits doing so much good in our communities. Since its expansion into Alabama in 2015, C Spire Business, formerly TechLinks, has been a part of the TechBridge Alabama chapter. Giving back to the communities we serve is at the core of everything we do. So when we were approached in 2015 by Scott McGlon from Blue Cross Blue Shield and Rusty Yeager with Encompass Health to be a part of the Alabama chapter, it was an easy decision for us. We were honored and excited to be a part. We understand the importance of the mission, and that is why we are committed to continuing our gold level sponsorship, as well as serving on the outreach committees. Especially during these difficult and unusual times, we want to stay as involved as possible to give back. The most important thing today is you all having a good time and your participation this evening. So again, thank you for being here, for your generous giving and all the good that you're doing. We're looking forward to a wonderful and successful evening. Thank you and enjoy the event.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here at the TechBridge Alabama Digital Dinner. What a wonderful night we're going to have tonight. thank you, Scotty. Thank you, C Spire. And thank you, Cisco, for being our presenting sponsors. We couldn't do it without you, and we're just so thankful for you guys for always stepping up to be able to help the TechBridge community here in Alabama. We have heard a phenomenal welcome message from our great CEO, Nicole Armstrong. She has led with passion, and she has just given us our marching orders that we will continue to do more and more and more in Alabama and serve this community because the need is great even in this time. Because we were willing and wanting to have a digital dinner in person, but because of COVID, we are doing it virtually, and so many of you have come today and just showed up. And thank you for having a great time in the networking rooms early on. I know a lot of you were communicating and chatting with one another, and I got to see some great faces that we haven't seen in a while. So tonight is going to be spectacular, fun-filled, but also for a good cause. And because the boss has already spoken, you have Adam and I here to keep the party going, to have a good time. So you guys might have had some cocktails earlier. So Adam and I decided it was time for us to cheers. Adam,
all right.
Take it away.
Hey there, I'm Adam Walker. I lead marketing at TechBridge, and very, very excited to be here with all of you. Andre, I don't know if you know, but Alex Guthrie, that just played for you, he was on The Voice. He was a contestant on The Voice. Made it pretty far, from what I understand, and I personally really appreciate his music. So Alex, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm really just excited to be a part of what TechBridge is doing in Alabama and the impact that we're making.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that was fantastic to have Alex Guthrie perform. Tonight, I didn't even mention myself. My name is Andre Dickens. I'm the Vice President of Development for TechBridge, which means that we are here to raise money, and we'll talk about that in a little while. But I hope you all were able to register and get some Grubhub so you can get some dinner in your belly tonight and just relax and enjoy the time with us that we have this evening. We're going to go to another video so that you can hear more about what we're doing in this community.
But before we do, we have a question for you. We want you to be interactive, have a little bit of fun.
Yes.
So on your screen, you should see a link and a code on a different tab of your browser. Don't leave this, but on a different tab of your browser, go to that link, enter that code, and tell us where you're joining us from tonight.
Many of our parents, just like this situation, learn of their child's abuse. He was desperate to find help and had never experienced anything like this in his life, and actually found us by Googling child abuse. Made a call to us and said, I need your help. I'm afraid that my child is going to have to return to a situation where she was being abused.
The biblical verse from Psalm 91:4 states, He will cover you with His feathers, He will shelter you with His wings. This verse best depicts not only my daughter, but also my own perception of Owen's house. Our personal experience with the counselors and staff provided a safe haven and refuge during the turbulent times of my daughter's sexual abuse recovery and our court preparations. The counselor that my daughter was appointed to at Owen's house not only possessed the knowledge to assist my child in her recovery, but also had great compassion and genuine love. Although my daughter was only 8 years old at the time, had recently been removed from the abuse and her abusers, and was severely traumatized, her counselor was able to facilitate communication through easily understood methods, listen to my daughter express her pain, and provide great comfort in her time of need. Prior to our trial, my child's counselor was instrumental in preparing and supporting my daughter, eventually enabling her to testify before attorneys and judges. In the months leading up to our court date, through her counselor's love and support, my daughter's courage and bravery grew exponentially. As for me, a confused and hurting father, overwhelmed and burdened by the recent knowledge that my innocent daughter had been violated by a vile and evil predator, Owen's house was there for me as well. Owens generously provided me with information and resources on how I could best manage my own pain while supporting my hurting child. I was referred to a counseling center and attended an Owens House support group, both of which directed me down the path to my own recovery. On the administrative side of our ordeal, Owens House went above and beyond, working on our behalf as a liaison with DHR, local attorneys, and even allowing my daughter's counselor to testify as an expert witness. Looking back now, over 5 years since I first contacted Owens House for help, I truly don't know how either my daughter or me could have or would have survived our painful and horrific experience without the love, help, and support of Owens House. Inside the walls of their comfortable and relaxing house, we found the covering and shelter that Psalm 91 refers to.
My name is Erica Smith, and I am the counselor of the child portrayed in the video. When I met my client, she was 8 years old. This was 2014, and I met with her dad, and we started working on a coursework to map the healing process for her because she had developed some really unhealthy coping skills from the trauma that she experienced. At first, when I started working with my client, she was really hesitant to open up to me about the sexual abuse that she experienced, and I had to try to be really creative to build her trust and to help her work through those things and to get her to be able to talk about the things that were really terrible that happened to her. Slowly, we began talking about the abuse and the details about the victimization that she had at the hands of her uncle in her home country. Through the years, she progressed in counseling. She did fantastic. We went to federal court, and she had to testify in front of her mother, who knew about the abuse and allowed it to happen. And it was a really difficult thing for her to do, and I was able to testify on her behalf also, and court ended in her favor. She was able to go home with her dad and didn't have to go back to her mom or to the home that the uncle was in where he was sexually abusing her. She participated in Owens House Children's Group, and her dad was also able to participate in our parent support group where he was able to work through his secondary trauma. Now she is done with counseling. She finished counseling in January 2017, and she is now in high school. She just got her learner's permit. She makes great grades. She's an excellent kid, and it was just nice to be able to see that turnaround for our family and to be able to help them and watch it all transpire and for them to now have a life where they can be happy and she doesn't have to be a victim to anything that was going on in her home previously. Owens House was so fortunate to receive this Dream Big Alabama grant from TechBridge when we did, because we were able to update our technology and have new shareable, remotely accessible, secure platforms to use to serve our clients. Because of TechBridge, we were able to update our technology with new shareable, remotely accessible, secure platforms to serve our clients. Because of TechBridge, the technology that was put in place over the past couple of years enabled us to be able to be prepared to still serve our clients in the midst of COVID-19. So on behalf of Owens House staff, our board of directors, our multidisciplinary team, and most importantly, the kids that we serve and the families that we serve, we just want to say thank you to TechBridge for this Dream Big Alabama grant.
All right. Thank you to everyone that participated in our survey. Andre, did you realize how many people are watching from their personal yacht?
That's awesome.
Man, that's great.
I'm moving to Alabama to
Yeah.
be in a yacht club.
That's it. That's what we're going to do. But before they do that, maybe we'll consider giving. Anybody that's watching from their yacht or living room was really the number one option there. We'd love for you to give, right?
Absolutely. Hey, thank you guys for participating in that survey, having a lot of fun with that. A lot of living rooms, a lot of yachts. That means Alabama is doing well. And again, we thank our presenting sponsors, C-Spire and Cisco, but we also thank our digital event series sponsors, Nutanix, Process, and Fortinet. And we just want to thank all of our sponsors, and you'll see more and more throughout the night. And as we continue to talk through this night, we know that this is about serving the community. Throughout the year of 2020, thus far, we have in Alabama 20 nonprofits that we have supported and helped
make a transformation in there, whether that's digital support or something that has related to our 4 pillars, whether that's hunger relief, homeless support, social justice, or workforce development. We have supported 20 nonprofits through your help. And tonight, we are raising additional funds to be able to do more and serve more people here in Alabama. So you should see 2 buttons below the screen. One of the buttons is to give a donation, to be able to personally give some support dollars for our Dream Big grant, just like Owen's House just mentioned. So give and continue to give by pressing that button. Also, there's another button for auction items. We are auctioning off trips, we're auctioning off flights, as well as one-on-one meetings with some of the key people that you want to meet and to have a good time to talk with, whether you do it virtually or in person. So please click on either of those buttons or both of those buttons because they support our Dream Big grant. And so continue to support us here in Alabama, and we'll continue to do what we can to help this community.
And one thing about those items that you're bidding on, those tickets, those plane tickets, they're round trips. So you can actually leave and come home. Like that's pretty great, right?
That's right.
So we're about to have a little bit more music.
Right.
But before we do, we're going to have one more survey question for you. We'd just like to know, what are you drinking tonight? So go take a look on over to the website there. Don't leave this tab, though. Open a new tab. Use the code if you need to. And answer the survey question.
All right. So Alex.
So this next tune is like, it's the funniest breakup song I have because it's probably the most honest one. It's called Is It Me? And I wrote it as like some self-therapy, but it's become one of my favorite tunes. Is it me? Is it something I say? Is it something I do? Am I lost? Am I confused? Was I too cold, too shy? Well, sometimes there's no reason, we're just shy, right? A close approximation in a state of irritation. I lost my motivation. Went out the door, you threw my things along with all my patience. I still second guess, is it me? Is it something I say? Is it something I do? Am I lost? Am I confused? I run it through my head. Retrospective introspection helps my thoughts collect. Still I see no merit. Take the burden, you can wear it. All I could to bear it. You put me off, I put you out, and now I don't care. Is it me? Is it something I say? Is it something I do? Am I lost? Am I confused? Oh, lost am I? It's not me, oh baby, it's you. What am I supposed to do? Lost am I confused? Is it me? Is it something I say? Is it something I do? Am I lost? Am I? Is it me? Yeah. Is it something I say? Is it something I do? Am I lost? Am I confused?
I had just graduated from high school and I found myself pregnant, and I I was not living in the best situation. I had a father who was on drugs, and he was very abusive at the time. I knew in my mind, I said, I cannot live here. I cannot raise a baby here. So I have to find something. And I ended up living on my couch. And so a social worker at the health department told me, hey, we have this program that I know about, and I can get you in contact with the Children's Aid Society and get you in this program. I didn't know what the program was or anything, but lo and behold, it was Project Independence. And they came, they picked me up. I was like 7, 8 months pregnant. I had my baby. And then 2 weeks later, they moved me into my own apartment, and they started the process of like independence. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am. So for another girl to not go through anything of where they have to be homeless or living on someone's couch, or even, God forbid, sleeping on the streets, that I can put like a little bit of encouragement in their life to let them know that, look at me. I was the same place you were at, and now, you know, and it's success. I don't like to say that about myself, but now I'm a success. You can do the same thing too. And that's what I tell them too as well. Like, hey y'all, I was in the program. Like, I'm not ashamed. I'm like, I was in the program. That's why I give it back and I come. Like, every time they tell me, hey, we doing this and this, I'm running. Okay, I'm there. What y'all need? I'll do it for you because they did the same for me. So whatever they need, I got it. Hi, my name is Kaya Elliott. I'm a 34-year-old mother of 2. If you look at my situation maybe about 16 years ago compared to what it is now, it's completely different. I went on to have another child, but I still went on to go to college. I went to college with 2 toddlers and graduated, and now I have a nice job, nice house, car, live in a nice neighborhood. But if it was not for the fundamentals that I got from Project Independence, who knows where I would be today. Because of them, I am a person who budgets every month. Because of them, I'm a person who has savings, and I really believe in savings and teach that to my kids. Because of them, I know how to independently live and not, struggle. And I actually even take my kids to help out and volunteer and give back to the Children's Aid Society, because if I can help one person not go through such a hard time, or, become more successful or be a better person in life, I have accomplished something. So whatever they need from me, they got it. And now with their partnership with TechBridge, they're able to keep up with girls like me in the long term, and we're able to come back and give our time and help someone else become independent.
Hi, I'm Lisa Maher, Director of Grants and Contracts at Children's Aid Society of Alabama. And 6 Octobers ago, I met Kaya, and you're learning her story tonight. I was at a United Way event where I was sharing details of the partnership between our agency and the United Way of Central Alabama. And after talking about our various programs, at the end of the presentation, a very emotional young woman came up and introduced herself to me. And it was Kaya, 6 years ago, telling me that she had been one of the youth that we had helped through our Project Independence program for young mothers who were homeless at the time. And it was such an amazing experience to meet Kaya at the beginning of our relationship with TechBridge, because we've learned over time that the only way that we're going to put our agency in front of continuing relationships in the world that we live in today is through the digital aspect of technology. It's so that we can open up different avenues of communication. We've widened our scope by doing an evaluation of the technology of our agency and learning how to best utilize the tools that we had and build on those to have 6 years later an amazing technological infrastructure for a nonprofit that really doesn't have a budget for technology. And the partnership with TechBridge is a lot of why we can do that. We've been able to go entirely into the cloud. We've been able to make all of our programs function in the world of COVID remotely because we already had the infrastructure built after having TechBridge come in and do a strategic plan for our IT. In 2015, was a 5-year plan that we knocked out in 2 years. So we went back to TechBridge and asked for some more help, and we developed another 5-year plan. And 3 years later, we're about to finish that one as well. So this partnership's been incredibly beneficial, both to clients that we serve, like Kaya, who need access to services in the community that they don't have the means to acquire on their own. And then they take that message and go out and share information about our agency with their colleagues and connect us to others that are also in need. And I can tell you that in the last 60 days, we've met kind of a new Kaya, another young woman who was assisted through their program many, many years ago, who found us through technology and social media, who was able to track us over our improved website, had direct connections to the individuals that she wanted to talk to, and is now thinking about coming on board as both a spokesperson and advocate for our program, but as a mentor for the young women who came behind her. And we can directly connect that to the 8 projects that we've worked with in partnership with TechBridge over the last 6 years. That's a tremendous, tremendous hand-in-hand partnership that's moved us forward, and we appreciate everything that's come out of that relationship.
All right, once again, you have heard the great work that we are doing here in Alabama. Thank you, Children's Aid Society, for selecting us to help you to be able to help so many people. Those testimonies and all of that great information about how TechBridge and CAS have partnered together to bring about those great opportunities for people in Alabama. We are just thankful for this partnership, and we want to continue to flourish. That is just an example of what we do. We provide technology that enables people to serve more people and to provide more good work across a community. And the way we are able to fund those projects is through your support. So a night like tonight is the best time for you to double down on your contributions. We're seeing a lot of contributions come in, but we need a heck of a lot more. Right now, we're at $2,508, $2,508. We need to triple that. So we're asking you to click on those buttons and hit donate, but also go to some of those great auction items. There are some fantastic auction items, round trip tickets on Southwest. We have vacation opportunities on there, one-on-one networking meetings with people like Amala and Derek. You can go to Top Golf with him. You can go wine tasting with Amala. You can get a one-on-one meeting, and so many more people are on there for you to go have an experience with for your business, or just to learn personally how they got to where they are in their careers. And so, Adam, what do you think about everybody tonight in our survey and our giving?
This is great. So on the survey, I saw a lot of folks stealing juice boxes, so props to all of you, and to some of our tech bridgers that have juice boxes and no kids. I see you too. And no, thank you for participating. I see these gifts coming in. We've got gifts from Michael Vanderhoff. We've got gifts from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Probably not the hacker group, but somebody else.
Right.
We have gifts from Kimberly Robertson coming in. We've got lots of gifts coming in. And what's important, like Andre said, is that these are the gifts that fund the work that you've seen on that screen. Because without these gifts coming in, these nonprofits couldn't afford the level of technology, the level of consulting, the level of support that we're able to give to them. And so because of your donations, because of your gifts, because of your kindness, that way we're able to support all these nonprofits. And what's so great about this is that technology is a multiplier.
Right.
So it helps them to do so much more good in their communities, and it multiplies their efforts so many times over and over and over again. And so your gifts, big or small, are having a multiplying effect in the nonprofits in your community.
Absolutely. And right now, I just saw Kevin Brooks gave some money. Thank you for that. Peter Zanetti. So thank you. The gifts are coming in, and we need to continue to see that. Remember, 20 nonprofits so far this year have been impacted, and they're across all 4 pillars. So if you are interested in hunger relief, or you are interested in homeless support, or you're interested in social justice or workforce development, remember, we're trying to take people from survival to stability on to success so that we can eliminate generational poverty. And so your support, these dollars that you're giving, goes towards those causes. So tonight, please think about it. Wherever your heart lies, please give money towards it and keep us in mind as we are continuing to support the community here in Alabama. And so tonight is just a night that we need to get it done. And also, if you think about it, if we were in person, going back to if we could have had this meeting in April, that was the outbreak of COVID pretty much, and we wanted to have this event, but we had to postpone it. And so we're doing it virtually. But we know that on that night, if we were all together, we would have raised $10,000 or so just being together. So hopefully, virtually, we can still meet that goal so that we can meet the needs of this community.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. And hey, listen, if you know somebody that's not watching, send them the link. Call your friends. Tell them they need to give. Give them the donation link. We'll take their support as well. So
right.
Thanks so much for being here. We've got a word from Scott McGlawn coming to you next.
Good evening. I'm Scott McGlawn. I serve as the chairman of TechBridge Alabama's leadership board. It's my pleasure to introduce this year's Dream Big grant winners. We have been awarding these grants for the last 3 years, building powerful stories of impact throughout communities in Alabama. What you'll hear tonight in the introduction of this year's grantees, I'm sure will result in future stories of impact, and it's just such a privilege for TechBridge to work with these nonprofits driving impact in the communities in which they serve. So first up, we have Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Alabama. So I want to recognize and congratulate Amy Reiser and her team down in Mobile. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of South Alabama's mission is to provide children facing adversity with strong, enduring, professionally supported one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better forever. TechBridge conducted a comprehensive assessment, and we recommended developing a more comprehensive data strategy, implementing Salesforce Nonprofit Success Pack for managing contacts, donors, and volunteers, and implementing Office 365 and SharePoint for email, shared calendars, file sharing, and intranet. Second up, we have Girls Inc. of Central Alabama. So I want to recognize Connie Hill and her team here in Birmingham. The mission of Girls Inc. of Central Alabama is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. We also conducted a comprehensive assessment for Girls Inc. and recommended enhancing their theory of change, developing 3 logic models for each of their program delivery models, and creating a KPI data plan as well as a data plan for their annual report. Next up, we have Child Care Resource Network. Mary Davis and her team in Fort Payne are our 3rd grantees. Their mission is to provide opportunities for loving, safe, and quality child care for parents at a price they can afford, while at the same time serving their communities with integrity, resourcefulness, and advocacy. Fourth, we have Village of Promise, Valeria Hampton in Huntsville and her team. Their mission there is to break the cycle of poverty, one family at a time, using a 2-generational approach. We conducted a comprehensive assessment for them as well, recommended implementing Salesforce Nonprofit Success Pack for donor, account, campaign, and volunteer management, upgrading their website, and installing a voice-over IP system. And then last but not least, we have YWCA of Central Alabama. So I'd like to recognize Pam Matthews and her team, also here in Birmingham. YWCA's mission is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. They received a grant to build a case management system. We call it Exponent Case Management. It's housed in Salesforce. We developed that for their crisis hotline, serving domestic violence services. And there are future plans for us to expand this case management tool to more programs and services offered by YWCA of Central Alabama, and also to use this system as a model for other organizations in Alabama. Thank you to all 2019 Alabama Dream Big applicants, and let's have a round of applause for our grantees this year.
Hey man, what are you doing? What are you doing? We gotta go back live.
We're live. Oh, sorry. Yeah, listen. I was practicing because I was going to offer to do the worm if we could get up to above $5,000 in donations. So, was that too early?
No. So wait a minute. You're saying that you would do the worm?
Yeah.
If we got above $5,000.
Yeah, above $5,000.
Above $5,000.
Yeah.
We're at 4658 right now.
Right. Yeah.
You guys, I am dying to see Adam do the worm. I know you are too.
It's going to be epic.
This worm is going to be like no other worm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get us up to five, worm is here. We are at 5,100. That was easy.
Now I got to do it.
It's the yacht people that count.
Do it. That's they brought. Did I say 5,000? I'm sorry.
You said 5,000.
Yeah,
no. Okay. But wait, there's more. Like late night TV. If we get this up to 6,000, I will do the worm.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and the sprinkler. I got it coming both ways for you guys. If we get this up to 6,000, so
double worms and sprinklers.
Double worms and sprinklers. That's right. The bros.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a job to do. So you. When are we gonna do it?
Right after Alex Guthrie. We got to
get some warm up.
Double worm. One of the two.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do two. We're gonna do it. Well, we got to get to my 6,000.
Right,
so
6,000.
after Alex, but first we want to say thank you, Scott McGlon, for being a fantastic board chair for here in Alabama.
Yep.
You are really, really, really phenomenal, and continue to keep Alabama here, our TechBridge Alabama on the right track and doing phenomenal things. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for all that you just spoke about. And so now it's time to hear from Alex.
This is my last song. It's called Colorado. I got sepia tones running through my bones, and an old-timey tune played through analog phones. Years worth of living, only 23 to show. Some may say that I'm an old soul. I had a pain in my heart and a smile on my face, so I let it all go, life's too precious to waste. Oh, and I did what I could, yeah, I gave it my best. Nothing here for me, oh, I'm headed out west. Out west. Because the interstate is calling, the road's knocking at my door. I love what I've been given, but I'm always wanting more. Colorado, I'ma come. I think it's time for me to go. Colorado, I'ma come. Colorado, take me home. I packed up my car, left a note on the door. Not a care someone sees it, not a care who it's for. Oh, my window rolled down, warm wind rushing by. Colorado, I'm coming, Jordan, this is goodbye. Goodbye. Because the interstate is calling, the road's knocking at my door. I love what I've been given, but I'm always wanting more. Colorado, I'm a coming. I think it's time for me to go.
So I think about 10 seconds after we made that promise, there was like this crazy jump in donations.
Oh, yes.
And
Thank you.
What we've learned for development is we need embarrassment. There's a,
We
that's
need
a
embarrassment.
component of development is embarrassment.
Right.
Yeah.
And bourbon gets us
Yeah.
to make these dares.
Yeah.
You started it off, and you said that you would do the worm.
I'll do the worm.
And
Yeah.
I'm so ready to see this worm. And then I messed around and said, I do the worm.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, man.
This is the best worm I can do right here. Here we go.
Oh, all right. I'm loving this worm. All right, that's for you. For the folks that made it over the $5,000 hump. And now, for me, my worm at $6,000. My worm looked like a sick person.
It's good. And wait, and the sprinkler, and the sprinkler.
But wait, there's more.
It's hard to do this with no music.
All right, and then I got to wave for you
I got
since
that.
we
I
went
can't
over
do
to
that. No,
6,500.
This is a dance-off.
This is a dance-off.
Stop off right there. Wait, what's
All right. How you do a break dance?
How you do the box step? How do you see the box step?
I don't know. We're doing this without music.
All right, sorry. Yeah.
So good. Listen, phenomenal night. We are just so thankful for all of you for tuning in and all of you that gave and supported TechBridge Alabama tonight. So thank you for being a great co-host. I'm out of breath. This is what COVID does to you when you are not working out on a frequent basis. So, Adam?
We're going to let Nicole say goodnight.
Come on in, Nicole.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for participating and for giving. And we hope you have a great night. And that was hilarious, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
It is the comfort level you get with C Spire in doing business, that you're going to get reliable service at a good price, and you're going to be taken care of.
If you're going to be the best in what you do, why not use the best to help you become even better?
This is a file. Maybe it's a customer contract, a budget spreadsheet, or a video that tells your story. This file is so much more than meets the eye. In fact, this single piece of content, a container for your most important data, holds the key to your success. This content can either help you solve your customers' problems, or if you ignore it, hold you back. We're here to help. Box. Simplify how you work.
Discovery doesn't tell you to wait your turn. It happens here and now. Discovery is for the pioneers and the persistent, those who are driven to find out what's next. And why not now? Discovery takes the courage to take us forward and believes the answers belong to us all. So discover a new way. Discover the cure. Discover your voice. Discover what's next.
ServiceNow, the smarter way to workflow.
The large enterprise Orbi includes organizations over $500 million annual revenue. The large enterprise Orbi is presented by Layer 3 Communications. With offices in Riverchase, Layer 3 Communications is an engineering-led IT firm providing people, processes, and technologies. Our Layer 3 branded and vendor partner solutions are the gold standard for cybersecurity, complex networking, managed and cloud solutions. Bring us your hardest problems. Anyone can do easy.
Good evening. On behalf of Google Cloud, we are proud to support TechBridge in their mission to break the cycle of generational poverty by bridging the gap between technology and community impact. As we continue to increase our hyperlocal focus in Alabama, Google Cloud strives to help create a technology ecosystem that provides opportunities for everyone. We are best as a company when we help people think 10x big and then innovate to see those huge ideas become a reality. Thank you for attending and for your support of this wonderful organization. Have a great evening.
It's a great time to be in the data center business. It's a great time to be doing this across underserved markets. We can become a real strong partner for the community, both in our ability to serve locally and connect globally as DC Blocks continues to expand across the Southeast United States. It's a great time, and we're very fortunate for having good partners and good cities for which we work together to change the landscape of the technology scene. So thank you very much.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama's mission remains to provide employers, families, and individuals access to quality, affordable health care. Blue Cross is proud that recent reports show Alabama having the lowest family premiums among employers in the nation. Blue Cross was also recognized by J.D. Power for ranking highest in member satisfaction among commercial health plans in the East South Central region. Doing the right things for the right reasons. The more than 2.9 million members who put their trust in Blue Cross every day.
Technology is on the move.
with applications of big data, cloud, and AI paving an on-ramp to the unrelenting pace of digital transformation. You need to fuel a data-driven culture to generate real business value in this digital era. You need to accelerate analytics, and we can help.
Hello, my name is Anthony Williams, CIO for Surgical Care Affiliates in Birmingham, Alabama. And on behalf of all my colleagues at SCA, we're proud to support TechBridge Alabama and its mission of breaking the cycle of generational poverty through the use of innovative technology.
Protective is a company that provides life insurance, retirement, and asset protection products. What we try and do is provide safety and protection for all of our customers.
Decades ago, I was one of the world's most famous con men. What I did in my youth is far easier for today's cyber criminals. The most important thing you can do is to protect your business by training your employees to stay cyber safe. And threat advice is the best solution, period.
Hi, I'm Peter Zanetti, Area Manager with Veristore Systems. We are a proud supporter of TechBridge, and we wish we could all be together at this virtual digital dinner. But until then, support your teams, stay safe, and ask how we can help.
Whether you're a business, nation, or an entire planet that wants to connect and communicate, at Converge One, we say, now you can.
Hi, it's Brandon Cahill with Equinix in Birmingham. Equinix is now a gold sponsor with TechBridge, and we are so happy to be a part of the TechBridge Alabama family. If your enterprise needs reliable connectivity to AWS, Azure, Google, or hundreds of other clouds, please think of Equinix. Even if you already have an existing data center in place, Equinix can help you connect to the cloud of your choice, physically or virtually, and save you money. Call me anytime.
Good evening. 3CI is so proud to be a longtime sponsor for Alabama TechBridge. Our mission has never been more critical to support those in need during these trying times. I hope you all have a great evening at our first truly digital dinner.
The world's largest organizations trust NetScout to monitor their digital transformation. We're number one in all our markets, but don't take our word for it. Find out why we are the guardians of the connected world.
iTac helps companies by providing the best people solutions available while helping people find jobs. Supporting iTac core value number 3, having a helping heart, we are proud to support TechBridge in their efforts to alleviate generational poverty.
It's at the edge that devices, people, technology, and infrastructure emerge, where you stretch the limits of your imagination and technology can deliver on its promise. Define your edge. Aruba.